Arnold.
And I'm Marina Arnold.
We're with SPF Addict, made in America. Happy 4th of July. So how excited are we that we're going to be a part of OC Fashion Week in the Virgin Islands and in Orange County?
I'm so excited. And more importantly, it's bringing awareness, to the forefront, to let people know that their regular clothing is not protecting them enough. So I'm actually more excited about that. Anytime I get the opportunity to educate and bring awareness to the forefront, it's all about that. So I'm totally excited.
So we've seen some non-attractive clothes in adventure stores, and we decided to make our clothes
fashion forward and clothing that people will want to wear on a day-to-day basis. There is a misconception that sun-protected clothing is frumpy and that looks like hiking gear from day to day, which in fact it doesn't anymore. Long are the days where you walked into an adventure store and it looked like you were ready to go backpacking. And those clothes are great if you're on the mountains, but they're not great if you are trying to enjoy your day on the town. So everybody wants to look fashion forward. Whether you're, a young adult or an older adult and anything in between, it doesn't matter. We all want to look good and feel good in our clothing. So this is why we created fashion forward looks, and we call it where fashion and healthy skin meet. And it's made right here in Orange County.
So Mom, a couple years ago, you've had skin cancer, and we would not have been able to sit out here in this beautiful sun on a gondola. What allows us to be here and be safe from sun damage?
Well, one of the things that's important before you leave the house, you should always put your SPF. Your sunscreen goes on first and foremost right after your shower. So that is crucial. So with sunscreen, you're able to go out, clearly out during the day and experience some of the fun activities that everybody else is doing. However, you do have to reapply every 2 hours. Now with that, you need far and beyond than sunscreen, and that is the hat. You want to wear the protective clothing that we've been talking about, and you want to reapply your sunscreen and seek shade, when possible. We're not in the shade today, thus the hat, which by the way, you should be wearing. But with that being said, we are just more aware of all of the things out there that people offer us today, to keep us sun safe.
You're watching Fashionista, now boarding behind the scenes, and we'll be right back.
Cycle is 45 minutes of high intensity workout.
I get to sweat, I get my endorphins raging.
Engaging your core the entire time, with the exception of the first 30 seconds and the last 30 seconds you're out of your seat the whole time.
I cannot wait.
Come ride with Grit.
Ride with Grit.
What are you waiting for? Let's go!
Ride with Grit.
Ride with Grit.
Come down to Grit, check it out. You're gonna love it.
It's not the wherewithal to the places you go, but the shoes you wear and the place to be. Fashionista, now boarding. The only way to travel in style, one heel at a time. Where will you be when fashion calls?
Material incorporates into SPF Addict?
Well, we use natural fibers. So what that means is we've taken the fiber from Tencel Sun, which is from the eucalyptus tree. We use it from the beechwood trees. It's fully biodegradable. We also use hemps, and we use high-end Supima cottons. There's actually recycled plastic bottles, and it makes the fabric very soft, very breathable, so that if you perspire, you stay dry. So it's got natural wicking in it as well, which is extremely important if you're an active person playing tennis or outdoors. So we've taken some great measures to make sure that the person is comfortable as well as UV protected while they're out all day.
So today I'm wearing the Deidre Dolman, and I'm wearing it because, most importantly, as you can see, it covers my entire décolleté. So it goes all the way up to my neck, and it covers my arms, and it also is loose enough to let a lot of air flow in for those who are worried if our fabric is heavy. It's not heavy at all, so we like to make it very breathable, and again, full coverage. How about you?
Well, I'm wearing the Lola Cardigan. And this is one of our cardigans without the hoodie. So we have two, one with the hoodie, one without. This one covers the hands completely, so you can use it while you're driving if you don't have your driving gloves. So we advocate protecting your hands in the car. Taking a walk, if you're walking your dog, you can pull it down or keep it covered for your décolleté as well. And this can be worn several different ways. So you can tie in the front over a tank top dress, and you could wear it into the evening from the beach to the street. So what did you think when I brought this up to you about 8 years ago now about sun protective clothing? Did you kind of think I was crazy?
Actually, I thought it was a really good idea. I thought it was original, because it is. There's no other clothing line like ours. They only started after you came up with the idea. I love that we've been at so many different Relay for Lifes, where they have cancer awareness and melanoma events and all these things, and that just makes me really proud of you. So I'm very, very proud to be a part of it.
Well, giving back is one of the most important things that we do.
Yes.
And that's why we are very involved with the American Cancer Society.
Yes, we've done tons of Relay for Lifes, and we love them. We love them. Charity is one of our greatest achievements. Yeah, that's great.
And it's not only skin cancer though, it's people who are photosensitive for medication, people who have lupus, alopecia, vitiligo, so it goes on, and let's not forget those who want to avoid premature aging. That's a big one that people forget. So we love our sun. We are here in Southern California, and we're in coastal cities, but the truth is that we don't like spots either, you know, that are created from the sun without protection.
Sure.
So we're trying to bring awareness, you know, that premature aging is very much a part of this as well.
Exactly.
Orange County Fashion Week is September 5th through September the 8th. Be sure to watch us. We're really excited with SPF Addict and other new brands.
We also cannot wait to show you all the new looks we have and how versatile our clothes are. As you can see, my mom, she's wearing a cardigan, but it's wrapped over, so we can't wait to show you what we have. Having a family business is really important because we're always so close. and we get to exchange ideas together. So sometimes, you know, if my mom is wondering if she should do something or tweak something as far as the design goes, then that's when I get to put my 2 cents in, and that's always the most fun for me, even though sometimes maybe we disagree, but at the same time we're just trying to protect people and our patients and any person who is very photosensitive.
It's actually pretty fun. So I do cross things by her because I have to. So I have my age group, if you will, and she has her age group. So together it's a perfect marriage so that we cover all aspects.
Sometimes it can
True.
clash, but
True.
but we do get it done, and we do have very, very, very good looks.
Now,
We make a great team.
what are some of the what made you decide on these color palettes, and what can we expect to see like in September?
Well, we're pretty fortunate in Southern California, or in California in general. All year round, for example, we can wear black. All year round, we can wear white in Cali. But what's really amazing is that we are online as well, and we do ship all over the United States, including out of the country. We've got several people in Australia, and come to find that they too like our colors. So we are very versatile, so we cover from spring, summer, winter, and of course fall colors.
The sun has no seasons. UV
That's
rays
true.
do not have a season. So you should always be protecting yourself. I think the biggest misconception is in the winter time, people don't think they need sunscreen, but the UV rays are still very strong. So we don't have seasons. We just have clothes to protect yourself all year round.
It's very true. Sun protection is 365 days a year.
Exactly.
And what about some of the customers that come in? How have they received you?
Well, we opened up our little store in Laguna Beach, California in March, and it has been really, really doing well from both the locals and the people who are visiting the hotels on Coast Highway. They're really happy that there's actually one store dedicated to sun protection. So as soon as we tell them that we are an SPF store, they're excited. You know, I don't have to explain any further because many people understand the importance of protecting their skin.
Also, for what I love is that most people that come in our store, they're always asking questions, and we love to educate. Even though it's been 7 years, still people don't know that sun protective clothing exists. So it's fun to tell people, hey, guess what? We have this, and even if they're just browsing in our shop, we'll just say, I'll just say, oh yeah, it blocks 98% of UV rays, and they're just like, what? It's the best. That's one of the best parts. It's educating everyone.
So it's really a non-traditional niche market, if you will. The store even has pamphlets, brochures on skin cancer. We have sunscreen and educating our customers on how to apply the sunscreen, how often to apply it, and we even have some before and after pictures as well in the store. So education is a huge part of our little store as well.
Exactly.
The biggest challenge in starting SPF Addict and sun protective clothing was educating people on the importance of the fabric. You know, the first question I always got a response was, what do you mean? I thought my regular clothes were protecting me. So that was the biggest challenge. Getting past that, it became easier and easier. But educating people is not as easy as one might think. Especially because you have the demarcation. Let's say you're a golfer or a tennis player and you're wearing a short sleeve. So the question was, why do I have a tan, beneath my shirt, but I'm lighter where my shirt covers? And the answer was very easy, and that's because you're getting some protection, but you're not getting all protection. And that's what I had to educate people on. The guy behind his neck, you know, the back of his neck was very, very tan, and yet maybe his back was lighter. Well, that doesn't mean that he didn't get sun to his back. That simply meant that he got less sun to his back than he did on the back of his neck. So that was really the biggest challenge, is educating on the actual fabric and the technology.
And then the particular style, you know, you don't go with a lot of prints, but the solids that you have, you know, what kind of made you inspired to pick, you know, this palette of color? Does that have to do with the chemistry of creating a collection that has the SPF? Is there a limited amount of what can be used, or how is that?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. We choose a lot of solids, and for the simple reason that we know people love to accessorize, and it's pretty difficult to accessorize flowers and plaids. We do have some stripes, actually quite a few stripes. However, we like to keep everything, or primarily everything, to solids so that people themselves can accessorize and wear different scarves and change Pantones of purses, for example, and scarves. I think the most amazing thing about having a store in Laguna Beach is that we are, you know, of course, on the coast.
We're natives.
Yeah, we do live, you know, right down the street from our store, and so we understand the Southern California sun. But what's really amazing is that we have people from all over the world. Today we had customers from Sweden come in, and definitely understood the need for protection. So I think it's awesome that they both support the online store as well as the brick and mortar. And that's what's been really amazing, is that they know they can leave the store, and let's say they live in Florida, and that's happened several times already, and they can order online because the shipping is free throughout the United States.
Paris or something. They wear very plain but chic. You can make it look chic if you'd like. So if I had a delicate necklace on here and it was a black Deidre Dolman, then it would just completely look like a night look, and you can go out and have a date night, not even be in the sun. And that's the great part of it. You can go from sun to night, and it looks amazing depending on how you accessorize it.
That's true. Paris is an inspiration.
Paris is one of our biggest inspirations, yes, because
the colors.
You don't see a lot of patterns. We don't. Also, most importantly, a lot of cancer patients, since they have to wear the clothes every day to protect themselves, they don't really want a big graphic on their. They don't always want to wear a graphic. They just want to wear something that they can throw over, be like, what am I going to, and not think too much about what they're going to wear for the day. Just know, just have that safety. Hi. They love the idea.